You burst into the world, cracking open your shell in a jumble of squirming siblings, only to instantly regret it. One moment, you're cozy and safe inside a warm egg, and the next, you're wet, freezing, and flopped into a pile that smells weirdly like dirty socks. Mom barely gives you a glance before waddling off. Welcome to the pond where nobody cares. Your first mission? Learn to walk. Simple, right? Not when your legs look like someone hot glued pancakes to your hips. You stumble forward, tripping over twigs and pebbles, trying to keep up as Mom disappears into the distance. Eventually, you reach the water's edge, only to be slapped by the icy cold. There's no time to hesitate. Mom's moving on, and your siblings are already bulldozing past like it's the Olympics. You belly flop in. Congrats, you're swimming. Sort of. Turns out, floating is easy. Surviving? Not so much. Beneath the calm surface, the pond is a death arena. Mom's busy hunting her next snack, while you and the squad try not to drown. You paddle around clumsily, legs flailing, doing your best to stay in formation. But the second you drop your guard, a shadow sweeps across the water. A hawk! Everyone freezes. Mom lets out an urgent quack and chaos erupts. You dive, heart hammering, lungs screaming, waiting underwater until it feels like your chest might burst. You finally surface. The hawk is gone. For now. Survived your first swim? Great. Now it's time to eat. Spoiler, duck cuisine is gross. You dunk your face underwater, scoop up something edible, and come back with a mouthful of slimy green algae. Delicious. It tastes like moldy lettuce and dirty pond water. You gag it down anyway. You try again, determined to find something better. And somehow it's worse. Algae, mud, and mystery gunk. That's when it hits you. Food isn't about taste, it's about survival. If it fits in your bill, it's lunch. Your siblings? They make things worse. The second you find something remotely decent, one of them swoops in and snatches it like a feathered bandit. You're outraged? They don't care. This isn't a family, it's a food war. The rules? Grab fast, eat faster, and never hesitate. Inevitably, someone pecks you just for getting too close. Boom. Pond brawl. You'd think duck fights were graceful. Nope. Just slapping, shoving, and sad little pecks. Everyone ends up soaked, furious, and still hungry. The price? A wilted weed that sinks to the bottom where no one can reach it. You get smart? Maybe you can sneak away to a quiet corner of the pond. Eat in peace. Bold strategy. Bad idea. Turns out the quiet parts don't have food. Just fewer witnesses when something tries to eat you. Predators are everywhere. Foxes, raccoons, snapping turtles, hawks, even the odd snake. If it moves and it's bigger than you, assume it's hungry. One day, you're pecking at a bug near the shore when a snapping turtle explodes from the water. Its jaws snap so close to your legs you feel the wind. By pure luck, it misses. You're not about to stick around and find out why. Before you even recover, Mom comes charging in, wings flapping, quacking like she's ready to throw down. The turtle pauses, decides you're not worth the trouble, and slinks back into the murky depths like nothing happened. Mom gives you a shove. You stumble back to the group and you can just tell she's annoyed, probably wondering how she raised something this clueless. Meanwhile, you can't stop staring at the water, convinced that stupid turtle is going to pop back up any second. You spend the rest of the day hugging the middle of the group, far from the edge, wondering how many more close calls you've got left. By the time you're a few weeks old, the near-death experiences really start piling up. That adorable yellow fluff? Yeah, it starts falling out, replaced by ragged, patchy feathers that make you look like a walking thrift store mop. You're not winning any beauty contests. Your siblings notice, they let you know. Packing matches become daily events, and no one pulls punches. One wrong move, face first into the mud. Then there are the geese. Big, mean, loud. They show up like they own the place, honking their guts out and biting anything that breathes. Mom tries to stand up to them, bless her. But even she knows when it's time to back off. The geese take over the best food, the best real estate, and leave you whatever's soggy and stepped on. It's degrading. At 6 to 8 weeks old, you learn something important. Flying isn't instinct, it's earned. Your first attempts? A disaster. You flap like your life depends on it, because it does. Push off the ground and crash. You try again. This time you hover for a glorious 6 inches, then eat dirt harder than ever. No applause, just sore wings and bruised pride. But you keep going. You have to. There's no plan B. By week 8, something finally clicks. You stay airborne long enough to say, hey, this counts. Landing, still a mess. More of a frantic stumble than a graceful descent. But hey, flight is flight. And then just like that, it's time to leave mom. Not because you want to, because she kicks you out. Ducks don't do long goodbyes. She moves on like she's already forgotten your name. Now you're solo. You bounce from pond to pond, scavenging for food that hasn't already been snatched up by bigger, meaner ducks. Bugs, weeds, mystery sludge. If it's vaguely chewable, it's dinner. Some days it's enough. Others, you wonder if independence was overrated. Predators still lurk, always watching. A rustle in the grass? Run. A shadow on the water? Dive. A wrong move? Game over. You don't always escape. But you're still here. And that means you're doing something right. Social life? Forget it. You might stick near other ducks your age, but that's not friendship. It's strategy. The more bodies around, the better your odds of not being the one that gets eaten. Romance? Don't make me laugh. You're too ugly, too tired, and too focused on survival to care. Still, you adapt. You learn where to find decent food, which predators stalk which ponds, and how to spot danger before it spots you. Then winter hits. The pond freezes. Bugs vanish. Every last edible leaf gets snapped up. You spend your days digging through snow and muck for scraps. Nights are worse. Huddled under bushes, shivering, praying nothing with claws finds you. The smart dogs? The ones who migrated? They're in Florida or something. You missed the memo or the courage. Either way, you're stuck. Food becomes a fantasy. You gnaw on frozen weeds, nibble dead bugs, and celebrate if you find a seed that hasn't been buried under ice. You get thinner, weaker. Every morning, waking up feels like a small miracle. Predators know winter means desperate prey. Foxes, raccoons, they patrol the frozen edges like buffet hunters. You try to stay invisible, doesn't always work. Most of the younger ducks, they don't make it. You see their feathers in the snow. You try not to think about how close you are to joining them. But somehow, you survive. Spring arrives. Late, of course. And things finally shift. The ice melts. Bugs crawl back into existence. For the first time in months, you eat until you feel full. You're still exhausted, still beat up, but alive. Eventually, you do the thing ducks do. You find a mate. It's not romantic. You meet a duck you don't totally dislike and stick together out of mutual tiredness and shared trauma. You forage, avoid death, float together in the sun. For once, life feels bearable, maybe even peaceful. You sit by the water one day, watching your partner nibble grass and think, hey, maybe this whole survival thing isn't so... Bam! A blur of orange explodes from the bushes. It's a fox. Before you can react, it's on her. Ripping, tearing. She doesn't stand a chance. Her head's gone before you even process the sound. You freeze. The fox turns, locks eyes with you, you flap, you run. Too slow, its jaws clamp down. And just like that, after all the fights, all the mud, all the winters, you're gone. Life as a duck is brutal. But believe it or not, there's a creature out there with it even worse. Don't believe me? Click the video, see for yourself.